Oh, you the voice?
Nah, not me.
So if you're not the voice, who is?
The people, man. The people's the voice.
So what does that make you?
That makes me the middleman. I'm the middleman. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Middleman Podcast. I am the man in the middle, and today I am joined by DJ Q. That's like very nostalgic right there, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I just love ping.
That's your thing, huh?
It's like my intro, you know what I mean? Hey, nice to meet you.
Love it, man. Love it. Thank you for coming back for season 2. You're my first repeat guest. You know, saw you today. I was like, yo, this man is bright. Look at him. He's bright. His future's bright. I'm fucking flying over here from the sun, the light, everything, you know? So
listen, got it on clearance, baby, champion.
So yeah, DJ Q, I'm very happy you're here. Welcome back. You know, you've done a lot of things in your time away, you know, within a year, you know. Yeah. You have definitely gained some traction on social media, you know, Cocinando with Q, you were doing that. You have Tobias Eats, you hosted weddings, parties, all types of parties, you know. It's just been one hell of a life, hasn't it?
Yeah, man. From last year, like you said, I left my job. I partnered up, like you said, with Tobias Eats, who just an amazing foodie influencer out of New Jersey. Shout out to Tobias Eats. We did a few events together, and you know, just kind of inspired me and motivated me to know, like, yo, I could be an influencer, like, and not what I mean by that is the confidence to be an influencer. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times I was doubting myself, or maybe this is worth sharing, or maybe people don't care about this, but being more confident with sharing more and being more confident with showing my. I guess not confident. I guess vulnerable. I don't know what the fuck the word is. You understand what I'm trying to say? So just being comfortable, putting myself out there and stuff. So yeah, it's been an amazing year, man. It's been an amazing year.
I will take this away from what you just said, as far as like being more comfortable, being more vulnerable, which you definitely have done that, because like, you know, I feel like a part of you back then didn't really put videos up of you drinking, you having a really great big party with everyone. You know, it was more so like, I'm professional, I'm here, I DJ, I do a great job, but I'm not indulging in, you know, things that you probably shouldn't do on the job, so to speak, you know?
Right.
I think like maybe you partnering with Tobias Eats has definitely helped you, like, yo, fuck that. You know, I'm just going to put, you're going to show who you are.
Right. And something that's huge is, how can I word it? I'm sharing, not selling, you understand? Like, you know, even with my Instagram, I look at a lot of DJs that I am inspired by, a lot of DJs that I aspire to be, but that, you know, I would like to one day be in their position. You know, these are top leading DJs in the wedding industry, which is ultimately, you know, the direction of my business. But I look at what they're doing, I'm like, damn, I'm not doing it like that, I have to sell, but this is not me. You understand? Like, I feel like I don't like to solicit. I'd rather just share, yo, this is what I'm doing, this is what I got going on, let's get it. You know what I mean? Even when I meet with my clients, a lot of times I'll, and shout out to everyone who refers me. I mean, seriously, without referrals, I wouldn't be where I'm at. You understand? A lot of clients, friends, family, people within the community really have referred me, recommended me, and that's how I got a lot of my business. But when I meet someone outside of that, and I'm like, I always ask my client, how did you find out of me? Oh, I just, whatever came up. I was like, look at my Instagram. You know what I mean? See if you fuck with me first. And not in a bad way, or I don't want to work with you, but I'm just like, I just want to make sure that I'm not selling myself to you. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that you want to book me and that we're going to have a good time, versus you just need sound, if that makes sense. Or you just need a DJ. So you just, you know, I don't know.
No, that makes perfect sense.
I just hate to sell. We got to do it in business, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, man. I love that. And it's kind of interesting you say that, because like people, it's like, I don't sell my podcast, right? I share it, you know?
Right.
People, they'll come on a podcast and they won't even listen to an episode. So it's like, yeah, like really research me before you come on a podcast, you know? Like, and that's, don't just come on here because you want to talk your shit. Like everyone wants to talk their shit because, you know, everyone's shit stinks, you know? Right. So everyone's going to want to come and talk. Like, all right, for example, okay, I met someone, I was very intoxicated, Thanksgiving Eve.
It's a big night, man, the 23rd, big night.
It's weird. It's so weird. Where were you Thanksgiving Eve?
I was sick, dude.
Oh, yeah?
I fucking missed out a big gig. Shout out to DJ Suave out of New Jersey. He threw an amazing party in Hoboken. Anyways, the point is, that night, I believe, is the most, oh, my God, don't quote me on this, but just man, people get lit on Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, I found out about this last
Like
year.
DUIs are through the roof. Like it's
Crazy. It is crazy. Thanksgiving Eve. So yeah, I met this guy Thanksgiving Eve, and he's a DJ, and he was DJing after the party outside in the street, and I tried like hitting him up,
that's awesome.
and he never got back to me. But then there was another guy who I met, and he's like, "Hey man, we met Thanksgiving Eve," and I was like, "Fuck," I was pretty fucked up,
I don't remember. Want to tell me where? Refresh me. Where'd you meet me at?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, oh, I don't really do. He doesn't do social media, so I'm like, all right, well, you're gonna have to listen to my podcast before you come on, because.
I don't have any apps, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, that was pretty weird, but it is essential. So if you're gonna look up DJ Q, look who he is, see what he's about. You're very high energy, high tempo. You always put on a show in a great time, and it looks beautiful. 9 times out of 10, it's a wedding.
Right.
Well, excuse me, I don't want to say 9 times out of 10, but I see you are in the wedding avenue.
Yeah.
And having those moments and making. Have you ever cried DJing a wedding?
It's weird because I fucking cry at all the weddings.
All of them.
All of them.
Not a single one.
And it's funny because a friend of mine in the industry is like, dude, like you get to a certain point. But I'm like, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. Like, and then I think about my girl and I'm like, damn, I want to marry her too. Like, it's going to be so beautiful. But you know what's really weird? I DJ'd my girlfriend's sister's wedding.
Okay.
And
yeah.
I didn't cry. It was really weird. I don't know if it was because like I know them. Like,
that might be it.
I kind of know the story already. But then re-watching the video, because, shout out to, I Love You Productions. My buddy, he does videos and production for weddings. Anyways, the point is I saw the video. And when I re-watched it, I teared up. Oh, it's so beautiful. But, yeah, son, I fucking cry, yo.
I respect that. No, I respect that. You need to have some emotion, and that's just beautiful to see. What I find pretty funny is, well, actually, if there has ever been someone who has told me that they have that the podcast has helped them out as far as networking, meeting people, you're the only one. Well, not the only one. You're one of the most fluent one of the most popular ones who, yeah, I heard about DJ Q from your podcast. I heard about DJ Q from your podcast.
Awesome.
And I you tell me that, and when I hear that fuels me.
Yeah.
You actually did my stepsister, I guess.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, you did my stepsister's quinceañera.
Oh my God.
Jose was
yes, Jose. Was it? I might be wrong. Was it in May or June? All right, forget it. I'm trying to act like I remember everything. But I do remember. It was a lit ass gig. Yeah.
I was supposed to be there as well.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be there, and I was gonna go to a fight in New York City. Then the fight got canceled that morning. So then it was a Scranton Day parade. No, it wasn't a Scranton Day parade. It was it's one of the drinking holidays that Scranton celebrates, all right? And I was like, fuck it. I guess we're in Scranton.
Scranton,
so
we drink a lot.
I just partied in Scranton. I didn't go to the party, but, they loved it. They had a great time. So
Yeah,
that was awesome, man. That was awesome. That all worked out full circle.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. And just like that is how I get most of my gigs. Just a friend recommended me to a family member, or a family member recommended me to a friend, or an old client recommended, so it's great, and it's gotten me through this year. But I need to get my website.
Okay.
I that was something I mentioned the last time we spoke. Yeah, because I'm gonna get the site. I kind of got.
Remember last time we spoke, you also kept tapping the table.
Oh yeah. I move my hands. I talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yo.
It's okay. Sorry.
So that's definitely gonna help me out a lot. I have a friend who has a great website. He does bartending.
Okay.
So mobile bartending in the wedding industry. After COVID, a lot of venues kind of, for liability reasons, just rent the space. They don't want to sell you liquor. They don't want to just, hey, use my venue. So that what happens is the client now has to find someone to coordinate, someone to decorate, someone to obviously DJ, someone to take photos, and someone to bartend. And his website is just, I love his website. So anyways, he's helping me out. So I should have that live, man. And kind of, again, sharing a little bit more of myself. So that when I do meet those clients, instead of saying, hey, check out my Instagram, I send them a website.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's just going to help the presentation of my business. And like I said, I just got too comfortable with the referrals. It's a blessing. I'm so grateful. I don't know where I would be without everyone referring me, but the website is definitely, the next thing that I need.
That
for
website.
for my business.
I love it. Yeah, the website would be a genius idea. And you were just mentioning that after COVID, people would just buy the venue and they would be stuck to have to coordinate and find people. And something about you that I realized is that you kind of have all those people that you mentioned in your back pocket. Like as what I mean by back pocket is like
Shout out to Go Mobile DJs. I mean, they can Go Mobile DJs. I'm walling. Go Mobile bartender. Alex, appreciate you, man.
you have all those people who if you book DJ Q, you have a someone who can decorate, someone who could take all those photographs, videography. You're the DJ. You have a bartender who very well, probably a wedding coordinator at this point as well.
Right.
And it's crazy because then at that point you can do that with your website. It's a circle. It's a space that you're around. You're gonna be connected with like-minded people.
Right.
And that's just that's what's happening to you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, big picture. I think about. I'm 32 now. I think of. I'm gonna start a family soon. I'm getting old, son. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I want to think of this hobby that now turned to a business that now turned into my life, the longevity of it. You understand? How can I keep DJing or providing an income in this industry at the age that I'm at? You understand? I might have like weekends where, next weekend I got 2 gigs on Friday, 1 gig Saturday, 2 gigs on Sunday. It's a lot. And I know it's fun, yeah, whatever, but building up the equipment, putting it away, the logistics, traveling, like I mentioned earlier before we started the podcast, I had gotten sick the one time, and it was honestly due to just not resting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm realizing that I just can't do it alone. You understand? I just can't do it alone. I need to be bigger. So when I applied for the LLC, I did Q Entertainment.
Okay.
Not just DJ Q, but Q Entertainment, because eventually I would like to have an entertainment company that provides these services.
Exactly.
For your events in the private event sector, obviously targeting more weddings, but I do it all, son. I don't mind doing it all. I know partners in the industry that they just want the top dollar paying gig, or that's just what they prefer. No offense to them, it's all love. But nah, son, I'll get lit at a baby shower. You know what I mean? I turn up at at a kid's birthday, graduation party. Shit, divorce parties, it don't matter, bro.
Have you done a divorce party?
I haven't. That's my
Anyone
goal,
looking for a divorce party?
Yeah, I threw it out there to kind of, motivate. But
anybody getting divorced, even if you're not, we can fake it.
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? It's with Q Entertainment, it's gonna help me just provide a little bit more. And to your point, utilize all those networks that I have.
Yeah.
And kind of, at the end of the day, it's about providing the most for the client. I'm very. Even if I don't have the answer, I'll tell someone. Let me try to look for it. You know what I mean? I just love helping people, so it's nice to be able to recommend someone. You know what I mean? Like, damn, at least if sometimes a client may call me or inquire about a date, and I'll be booked.
Yeah.
So then that's when I got my list. Hey, here's 7 DJs. Please give them a call. And things like that. And it feels nice to help. At least I did something.
Yeah,
I couldn't
no.
DJ your party, but damn, at least I hope you know what I mean? Provided something,
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. It really is. You do that a lot, and that's just who you are as a person,
Yeah.
I've spoken with people who you networked to me, like, oh yeah, you're looking for someone, you want a platform to come on, I got this guy, Kevin Martinez, the Middleman Podcast.
Right, yeah.
And you do love helping people, and that's that's a highlight, and it's a genius business plan. Sounds like you already have it thought out, like really, really well.
Yeah. Once I get this website going, that'll be the first step. Again, shout out to everybody who recommended me and referred me. I'm working on this really good referral plan with different wedding venues in the Poconos.
Okay.
And the goal, I'll say it here in the podcast, is to be voted best Pocono DJ.
Hey,
2023.
love it.
You understand? So, man, just working really hard this year and just networking with the community, networking with people in the industry. Because what I've noticed is in the Poconos, tourism is it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you think of our economy, it's the tourism. Without New York, New Jersey, Philly money coming into the Poconos, it wouldn't be sustainable. You know what I mean? Because I'm from the Poconos and I'm cheap. And we don't like to spend money on stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
We don't.
That's why I live in the woods. That's why I live far away. That's why, you know what I mean? I like the more tranquil, slow pace. But then again, I'm from New York, so I'm fucking lit all the time, and I gotta be partying and turning up. So it just works out for me. But
Yeah.
the point that I'm getting at is I want to target that demographic as well. So working with these venues that are known for Pocono weddings is how I'm going to define myself as
recognized.
that Pocono DJ.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, because a lot of times I think to myself, I'm like, damn, you got these people that came out from the city, they did their wedding here, but they got a DJ from the Jersey. You know what I mean? When they could've got me, I'm right here.
Yeah.
And, I'm confident enough to say, damn, I would have made it lit, But,
of course.
Yeah, dude, that's the goal, if that makes sense.
No, I like that.
So
I think
just
that's
kind
genius.
of, putting myself out there as the Pocono DJ for the year.
Yeah,
and
the man.
Kind of having that accolade on the website, having those certain recognition things, and for other fellow entrepreneurs out there, the Google reviews, the referral programs, these certain accolades and recognitions from other organizations in your industry is going to help.
Yeah.
Because it's people, for those that don't know you, those things mean a lot. And that's something that I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, like, oh, I could be an influencer. What I remember that was like, people that know you already know you. Those that don't know you, what are you going to have to let them know that you do this?
Yeah,
Kind of
okay.
like a blue check on Instagram. It's like, it doesn't mean much, but for those on the outside looking in that don't know you, will say, oh, wow, this person must really do this. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, getting that, voted best Pocono DJ is going to be like my blue check.
Yeah. It's 100%. It makes perfect sense. It's a way to solidify yourself. 100% as like the best DJ in the Poconos, and it's like, I thought about that when I saw in Scranton, they released something about like the best podcast, and the best, what was it? The best YouTube channel or something. And like the best podcast, I tried looking up the podcast, couldn't find it. Yeah. Okay. The YouTube channel is a podcast. I'm not shouting them out to give them more clout or anything. They're called, On the Stacks podcast. Okay, so I did check them out. I did follow them. They're very legit. You know what I mean? Right. But it's like, that's when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, they have an award for that?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know that.
And like I said earlier, for yourself and any other entrepreneur, find ways to highlight your business. And 9 times out of 10, it's just who you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone, and sometimes it might just be 1,000 votes or like something that's not too crazy.
Yeah,
you know what
because
I mean? Like,
there's so many little people who actually do vote on that stuff.
Correct, and so many people don't pay attention, but the recognition you receive by having your best awarded best, it's great. It's great.
And you also might need to be a part of that organization to vote. You know, like the person, people in that organization are the only voters, not the public.
Have like a chamber of commerce out here?
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
I'm literally.
That's what I meant. Yep.
Once the papers come back, so I messed up, guys. If you're gonna, I'm hard-headed. I didn't go through legal Zoom and all that. I figured, I'm not gonna pay somebody to do something I could do, and I did all my paperwork for my business, and I filled it out incorrectly. So they kept the check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The state kept my check. So I had to redo everything, resubmit everything. But at least I learned. But anyways, I share that to say, once that's done, I'm going to join the
Chamber of Commerce
for the Poconos.
And what is the Chamber of Commerce for Poconos? This is the first year I'm actually hearing about it. So as someone who's trying to get into it, what is that exactly?
Well, it's the Chamber of Commerce. They basically highlight businesses in the Poconos.
Okay.
And they just have an extensive networks of different programs.
And they're probably like big attraction places. Like I know Blue Ridge Winery was one of those spots, like.
Yeah, I mean, they do the ribbon cutting for a lot of businesses in the area. They also have something called, it's called PLOT, Pennsylvania Leaders of Tomorrow or something like that. And, it's just a great environment, community where entrepreneurs can bounce ideas around, network, learn from each other, and build a community, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times there's certain challenges or mental frustration or just, it's business, son. Shit doesn't always fucking go right. You understand? Yeah. But it's hard to talk to my best friend about that. You understand? Because he's not an entrepreneur. It's hard to talk to you know what I mean? Like, it's, I have my friends that are entrepreneurs, and shout out to you guys. We talk every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yo, I'm going through this. I'm thinking about doing this. Yo, what do you think of that? But with the Pocono Chamber of Commerce, plot is kind of like the same thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just...
And, it's just, it's pretty cool. You know, you get the support. You talk business, and again, you plan for the leaders of tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just using, cause the state has a lot of tools as well. There's a lot of grants out there for business, a lot of money out there for businesses, and if you do your homework and you strategically place yourself right, you can get a really good start, if that makes sense. You'll see a lot of businesses start up out of nowhere, like the fuck, they got YouTube ads, they got all this other shit. They plan right, they networked with the right people, they got the bag, and they were able to. I'm not saying that's what I want to do. I'm just hopefully inspiring another, aspiring business leader to, do your homework and research, because there is a lot of support within the state.
You just got to figure it out. You got to do your research. Like if I were to change this into an LLC, I don't have this as an LLC, but I certainly could, probably one day should, trademark the middleman, so no one else can use that.
Right.
You
and apply, it's, oh my God, I forgot what it's called. It was something fictitious names, like $70. I'm gonna send you the stuff. You send it to the state, and now the state will recognize you. So at least in this state, you got that.
That'd be fire.
You know what I mean? If you, because it happens all the time. There's like,
it'd be like a plaque and accolade.
Hey, that's so dope.
That's for 2024, or excuse me, 2048. Just so everyone knows, if you see this one day,
that is so dope. Yeah, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, you lit. Yeah,
it was a gift that made me cry. But it was like
beautiful.
Manifest, 2048. Hopefully we're here, and if we're not, that's okay, because we have.
I love that you have that, because you said the word manifest, and it's so true. Like, my girls sit down and journal and do these self affirmations, and I just go, oh man, that's stupid.
Yeah.
But then I found myself whenever I'm, like I mentioned earlier, going through a challenge or a tough time in business, I'll just reaffirm. And so I'm sure seeing that not only inspires you and keeps you going when you're crushing it, but when you're also going through it, it kind of reassures you, like, nah, son, I know where I'm going.
This is where I want to go.
Goal and not a priority, but goal and I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but yeah, this gives you.
It's a goal. It's a goal. That's all it is. It's a goal, and I remember I was talking to my buddy Mike Matos, and I was like, yo, I have a goal. Like, I talk to him all the time, bro, whenever I have a crazy idea, because he's a big part of the podcast. I'm like, yo, I got this idea, but I remember saying, like, our goal is to get verified on Instagram or some shit like that, right? Because there was one day I was just reading into it a lot, and it was like, I think you need 10,000 followers or some shit like that, like 10,000, 10K, and you will be verified or some shit like that. So I was like, that's the goal, man. Let's get there. Like, I know I want to get there this year. That's tall. That's a tall order. I told him straight up, I was like, I know it's a tall order, but let's see what we can do, Yeah. So it's just manifestation. It's a goal that I'm throwing out there.
I got to get more comfortable with, like, online people, like, not online people, but, like, everyone on Instagram I know.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a conversation with.
Yeah.
I have to be okay with understanding, like, you're going to meet people online.
Yeah.
There's a few people I follow that, like, online I would comment. I'm like, yo, like, I would love to meet this person one day or whatever, but yeah, everybody,
You got to do it. That's what
I got to get more followers and be okay with, like, yo, it's all right if you don't know them. Because I'm just like, yo, if you don't know me. But then again, you can still know somebody. I still follow, other comedians or other DJs that I haven't personally met, so.
That's like tomorrow's, or next week's podcast, which will be Astral Soul. Astral Soul, I don't know him at all. Okay, like, he hit me up through social media.
That's so dope.
I put out the request that I was looking for to book people, and he was one of them who stepped forward and said, hey, man, I'm an artist, and I would like to come on the podcast. And I was like, okay, let's talk it out. Send me some stuff. He sent me music. We got on the phone. We spoke. It's like a pre-interview before I do an interview with them. You got to do a pre-interview.
Yeah. We got, to see if this makes sense for the both of us.
Yeah. So when you meet them online, you just got to, especially for me right now, because I'm bringing them into my home and crossing my T's, dotting my I's. I want to make sure that I'm not letting some weirdo in my crib. I say jokingly, I'm like, welcome to my crib. Leave the weirdos at home. Like, yeah, that's it. Just
it's a good. You're looking for a holiday gift or a birthday present. That's a good placemat for the front door.
Like a bumper sticker. Welcome to my home. Leave the weirdos at home.
Yeah. Welcome to my home. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, that's just like meeting people through social media happens. So yeah, we got Astral Soul. We got another artist. Like, there's people who I'm meeting that I follow them maybe because you follow them, or maybe because Kafar Myers followed them, or maybe because Thomas Lawyer over here. That's his incognito name, Thomas Lawyer.
Okay.
So if you're looking for any shots, look up Thompson
Lawyer. Little Clark Kent.
Thompson Lawyer. But yeah, it's just like, it happens, and it's okay, and it's, you got to have the ability to trust yourself and trust the other person, and be welcoming to open arms. And that's how I am, bro. And it's scary. It is. Don't get me wrong. It's fucking scary at times. But, I feel comfortable with Michael here. I know where I'm at. Like, this is my home, bro.
It's funny. Something that came to my mind when you say feeling comfortable was when I first, it took me a long time to get business cards.
Okay.
I was in business for about, 6 years. I was DJing and offering DJ services for 6 years, and then I finally got my business cards. But something that made me feel weird was like giving my number out.
Yeah.
I felt uncomfortable, and I would get calls all the time. But now I don't give a fuck. Now that's money calling. You know what I'm saying? That's your life. That's your bills. You know what I mean? You got to get to it. And yeah, I don't mind it. I get calls all the time now. Some of them are spam. It is what it is. We live in that world where they're gonna solicit via phone, but getting comfortable giving my phone out. So I say to say, having someone come to the crib is, I can imagine the vulnerability and just kind of like the concern that you have and stuff.
Yeah. And my phone number is on my business card too.
Yeah.
And someone asked me, they were like, "Why'd you put your phone number on there?" I'm like, because
I feel like
you got to do this. You doing it or not?
I feel like I'd rather just hit me up. Even my email, I get a lot of well, I don't get a lot of emails, but maybe 3 to 4 clients a month might email me. And I always just convert it to a phone call.
Okay,
I just hate, let's talk.
It's easier.
It's easier.
Hey, let's redirect though. We got far off from DJing. Let's focus back on DJing real quick,
Right.
because I wanted to. Your Instagram is hilarious, bro. You tell the people to check out your Instagram, to get a feel for who you are. So there were like these 3 events that I just like wanted to ask you about. I guess we'll start with the Holy Brunch.
Holy Brunch was lit, man. That was again, shout out to Tobias Seats. He was working with a venue that used to be a church.
Okay.
So they converted it into this restaurant, bar and lounge type of vibe, if that makes sense. And
God is frowning, bro.
Dude, it was, he had offered me to host a brunch, and I'm like, yo, if I'm going to a church, dude, let's just Holy Brunch,
Yeah.
And he had the girls dressed as nuns, and not the girls, but the staff, and yeah, dude, I dressed up as the Pope, and we went, and it was a movie. I had such a good time. And again, met a lot of great people in Jersey from the entertainment business that just, this is what they do, and it was so nice.
It looked like a lovely event.
That same venue, I'll salute. I went for a brunch, I want to say 5 months prior to that, and I met a gentleman, OMG Cornelio, shout out to him. He actually started playing like the snare drums on Times Square on 42nd.
Oh, that's awesome.
Quit his job and just does it full time and just does entertainment now, travels. And he actually came out and did New Year's with us last year, which was so dope, man. But I met him there, so it's like you do these jobs and it's fun. It could be lit, but for me, it's always business. It's like, who else am I going to meet? You know what I mean? Who else could I impact and who else could have an impact on me? So, yeah, man, shout out to Holy Brunch. It was a hell of an experience. I haven't gone back. It's far, dude. It's like 2 hours, man.
Is it?
I mean, Jersey's not bad. It's just like South Jersey is very far. We're close to North Jersey, But, South Jersey is far, man.
Dude, that event just looked hilarious. Fabio was there. He was like, "What is he doing? What is he wearing?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they didn't know. I was like, yo, Jocelyn had actually, shout out to Jocelyn out the Charles Media. She actually ordered it on Amazon for me. I was like, I got an idea. What if I dress up as a Pope? And she was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think I'll get something. I was like, I bet. Boom, ordered it, had that on, and yeah, people loved it, man. I was just in there in my Timbs and my Pope outfit, just chilling,
Yeah, and your Timbs on the back of a trailer.
Yeah, oh yeah, when they brought me in, yeah. So that actually happened because we stopped at a liquor store.
Okay.
And these guys were there, and then,
they were like, yo, hop on.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
They were with the joke. I'm like, yo, you know what? I feel like the Pope always get driven in. Y'all going this way,
Yeah, I love that. That's a great story. I wanted to know the story behind that event. That event looked really, really fun. Another event that looked like a great time was one for construction workers.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Suwing. I'm actually I just worked with them not too long ago. They get me every year for the holiday parties. And it's a law firm for like you said, the construction workers, unionized workers. Sometimes they don't get the representation they need and the support. So this law firm helps them out. So Yeah, dude, it's just a bunch of construction workers turning up, and
Just
we just get lit. You know, they do other events where they'll take them to like the Brooklyn Nets games, or they'll take them to like out to eat or Yankee games. You know, they do all that stuff. But
Those
for
junkies.
for Christmas, we always have the holiday party, and it's, oh my god, it's always a blast. But the funny thing is, this is in New York City,
Okay.
so for me, loading in is a pain in the ass. I hate it. I got a double park, and mind this is on Broadway. You know Wall Street. You know where the Bull is at on Broadway in Wall Street. Not Wall Street,
I wish
but
I could say I do, but I'll be lying to you,
the
man.
iconic Bull. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm
You
sure
know
I've
what I'm
walked
saying?
past it. I just don't.
Yeah, it's like the icon, like, you know, it's like, anyway. So in the financial district, the Bull is right there. 2 blocks up is his building. So I tried to say there's no parking. It's just crazy. It's chaos. So I park on this little alley. They open up a freight elevator on the side of the building. I put all my shit in there. Take the elevator down. Get that stuff out. Take another elevator that goes up. Then I go to the 23rd floor. It's a lot. But the joke that I wanted to say was, they're always raffling out prizes to these guys.
Okay.
And they always give them these big ass 60, 70-inch TVs. Remember, you're in New York.
Yeah.
Most of these guys live in Brooklyn, Bronx, Uptown, some of them in Queens, and they gotta take this big ass TV drunk on the train. And like last year, it was 2 guys that just couldn't fit the TV. So they called an Uber. The Uber came. The Uber's like, "You're not fitting that in my car, man. You're not. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not doing that."
Damn.
Left them. I felt so bad. But I had, my van was filled
Yeah.
because that time it was just, I couldn't help them. I felt so bad.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it was just funny, son. I mean, from New York, you know it. Like, just in the train with a big ass TV is just not it, you know.
I went to a Yankee and Mets game for the first time this year, and the train was packed. So yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it's
what
just
I'm trying to
uncomfortable.
stuff
You don't want to be
TV.
that person. Oh, excuse me. And nobody gonna fucking help you. It's New York. Nobody cares.
Nah,
man.
they don't give a damn.
That big ass TV out of here. Yeah. but shout out to them, man. They do great things for their employees. They always treat me well. Again, refer. You know, there's a lot of gigs I've gotten because I've done those parties, and it's a fun time, son. I can't wait to do it again this year.
Awesome. Yeah, New York, man. New York. And you keep mentioning you having to like unload and reload everything up.
Yeah.
And I've seen the video. You put a time lapse up. It's like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And shout out to my mom, because for years I never used a hand truck. You know, I'm hard headed. I'm a fucking man. I pick it
Get
up.
macho.
Yeah. Stop playing. I got it. Don't worry about it. And I'm very like, don't pick me up. Oh, you need help? No, I got it. Don't, you know. But yeah, son, this hand truck is a game changer, bro. I load everything up. I have my process, and you know, something that honestly used to be 5 to 7 trips is now 2 to 3 trips.
Yeah.
It's
Work
so get a
smarter.
hand truck. If you bring your shit in and out, get a hand truck.
Work smarter, not harder, man.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder. I live by that lifestyle every day. You know, you're talking about these construction workers. Those are my type of people, man. And it's kind of crazy. Like, this is a complete sidebar, completely irrelevant, but you're a good friend of mine. You see this TV right here?
Okay.
Okay. So, like, this floor is bowed. Okay. So, it actually is crooked as shit. All right. Because there's water damage from the ceiling. Okay. So, like, I used to have my TV mounted over there across behind the camera. And I went to go put the feet stand back on, but oh, lo and behold, I don't have the screws. I lost them. Okay. So I grabbed some ratchet ass screws and I do my best, right? But they actually don't fit properly. It's like trying to slide.
They don't go all the way in, so they don't grab.
Yeah, it's like very flimsy in there. Okay. You know what I mean? So my buddy and I, we set up the TV and we let it go, bro. As soon as we let it go, it leaned forward, right? So I was like, yeah, I got to think of something, right? I got to be innovative. This is what the fuck I do.
This is Latino shit come into
Bro.
play.
I looked at my buddy. I said, yo, bro, I got a shit ton of zip ties. He was like, what? I'm like,
He want that zip tie everything.
I was like, and there's a piece of conduit on the wall here. Conduit, you know,
Right.
here. This piece of steel right here. And I have 2 lassos on the back of my TV from when it was mounted,
Oh my God.
you know, to pull the clips.
Right.
They have eye holes in it, like fish
Right.
holes. Dude, I fucking made like a line of like zip ties, and it's zip tied 2 and 2 on the back right there. I'll have to. You see that? You see that? It's some real problems that I have to
really
deal
hacked
with.
it.
this is what I got to deal with on my day to day. So it's very fragile. Back
No, but
there.
it's all no, but you did good.
And no one
tight.
knows. It's fucking perfect.
Yeah,
It's fucking perfect. But yeah, as you
it
see,
does kind of lean back.
bro, it's crooked as hell. Yeah, I pulled it. I pulled it far back.
He said that shit got some tension on it. That's funny.
So that's my construction worker story. That is my me being innovative and trying to just figure out. Like, I love when I figure out a problem that, like, I know 10 years ago I would not have figured it out that way if it weren't for my field. And it's like, damn, bro, you're a fucking genius. I have those moments all the time. And I'm stupid. I'm telling you, but
Nah, it's yeah.
if it works,
it's a good satisfying
works.
feeling. Yeah.
If it works,
I
it
love
works.
I love doing that stuff. You know, I love how you said, like, because of the field you're in, like, in event planning, coordinating, you may have a plan, right? So I have itineraries that I do with all my clients. We have a plan. At this time, we're doing this. At this time, we're, so-and-so is doing that. This song is going to come on. We're announcing this. This is how we're going to go by tape. There's always a structure.
Yeah.
But the day of, it never goes like that. So I used to get very stressed out at weddings and events and anything because it never goes as planned. Whereas now, I just became the master of improvisation. Now I just go with the flow, bro, and it just feels so good when you do come up with something.
You just gotta find
right, and again, so the experience, because I've been at other events where that's happened, or been in situations where this wasn't working, or this person didn't come in, or that song didn't work. Like, okay, yeah, we could do this instead.
Yeah, it's smart. It's so much better.
It's
that
a good feeling when you can finesse some shit.
Finagle to bagel is what we say.
Yeah.
So one last quick question about a party photo. You did a party for firefighters. How was that?
The party for firefighters. No.
Wait, they weren't firefighters?
No.
Wait, was this like a strip firefighter club?
No, hold up. I gotta tell you this story. So in one of my packages, I offer what's called dancing on the cloud. It's a low dense machine that works with dry ice.
Okay.
So the ice will come, or the ice will mix with the machine. Whatever. The point is, there's a really thick fog that stays on the floor.
Okay.
And when you're dancing, in quinceañeras, we do daddy-daughter dances on the cloud. Weddings, we do first dances on the cloud. It looks beautiful. People love it. I'm at the venue, and I'm doing the dancing on the cloud. The lady's complaining at me. The lady, as in the wedding coordinator of that venue. I'm like, ma'am, this is dry ice. It's dense. It doesn't rise up. It's not gonna cause your sensors to go off. Mm-hmm. No, you can't use it. We don't. Fuck it. They paid it. I'm getting my bread. I'm using it. So they start dancing. I press the smoke. The smoke come out. It's lit. It's beautiful. Yeah, it look fire. They dancing. Everybody, the lights hit it. It just looks magical, right?
Yeah.
As a wedding should be, right? So, boom. We do dinner. Now it's turn up. I got to waste that ice. Not waste it, but I got to finish the ice that's in that machine. And, I don't want to store it with the liquid that you're supposed to put in it. So I'm like, let me just do some more. People will enjoy it, and I don't have to worry about emptying this out tonight and wasting it, essentially.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I'm doing it again. She goes, what did I tell you? Blah, blah, blah. Guys, the fucking fire alarm goes off.
Ooh.
My heart dropped.
Ooh.
But I know, like I said earlier with the improvisation, I know it's not my machine. It can't be my machine. So now I have to tell everybody in the wedding, guys, let's go outside. It's raining. Ooh. Guys, let's go. Well, it was misting at this point, but it's still like, musty and sticky out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go outside. Everybody go outside. The lady's barking at me. Like 17 firemen pull up. She goes, it's his machine. I told him, blah, blah, blah. Now these freaking sensors. I don't know how to reset it. I didn't know this, but I guess the firemen are the ones that know where all the sensors and shit are in
like a hotel, yeah.
Yeah. So her being the wedding coordinator didn't have that access to that information. So like, I go outside. Let me just keep entertaining the people. We go outside. In a wedding, we usually do what's called a send-off, where you light sparklers. You guys will probably see this online, and you hold them up, and the bride and groom walk through it as a send-off. It's like a cute thing to do at the end of the wedding, and also gets everybody the fuck out of there. I'm like, yo, fuck it, get the sparklers. We do the send-off now, so we get the footage, and we still lit. So we outside turning out, doing the sparklers. The lady comes back with the fireman, and he's like, so we found the sensor. It was in the kitchen upstairs. The lady's like, I'm so sorry, Jersey, I'm so sorry. I honestly thought it was your machine, honey. I mean, I told you. I'm sorry, but don't use it anymore, all right? Like, I'm like, yo, come on, son. I told you it wasn't me. So the firemen are now in the wedding. Not in the wedding.
Wedding crashers, yeah.
But as I invite the guests back inside, I tell the fireman, yo, just stick around a little bit. Yeah. So I start playing, all the stupid shit. We didn't start the fire. Like white people. We didn't start the fire. They all turn up. And then obviously I'm going to play that one. The roof is,
The roof.
So the firemen started kicking it with me. So I started making jokes. I'm like, yo, these guys are like 16, 12 years old. What the fuck? How are we supposed to feel safe? I'm just making jokes. So then they took a picture with me. That's that picture you saw.
Yeah.
Yo, but if you look at the picture, bro, they look like they 12, 13. I'm like, where the grown-ass men at? You know what I mean? But the grown-ass men are at home. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
They got the little kids working the station. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's one hell of a story. I was not expecting that story.
No, but
That's
yo,
great.
it was crazy because, again, going back to what I mentioned about improvisation, I had a decision to make. Damn, son, the people told me not to use the machine, but I know this is what the client wants. Fuck it, I'm going to use it. And then again, when she told me she thought it was me, bro, my heart dropped.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? I have insurance. I got DJ insurance. But you never want to use your insurance. You know what I mean? I'm sure, oh yeah, we got you covered, but they'll fuck me over or something later or something. You know what I mean? Like, I was just going nuts, but it wasn't me, thank God.
Yeah, that's a great story right there. That's love it. So talk to me about Tobias Eats. Talk to me about some of these partnerships you got coming up.
Yeah. So he does he's the same thing I said earlier about helping people. Like he just loves helping people, man. So with the Cocinando with Q in the foodie realm, I stopped shooting the show because it just wasn't coming as organically as it was when I first started it.
Okay.
I used to beat myself up because, damn, why'd I give it up? It was such a good concept. I still have people that inquire about being on the show and hitting me up like, yo, when we gonna cook together? And I might get back to it one day, but it just didn't. It doesn't. I don't have that drive anymore. But I still love food and I still eat. You know what I mean? So whenever Tobias will come to the area or whenever I'm out by him, we'll collab on some things and, you know what I mean, grab some content together, eat some food together and stuff like that. But yeah, dude, it's dope. It's dope, like you said, just to have those networks with other people that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I met him through Jocelyn, who does Off the Charts Media. She does a lot of production. She does a lot of videos for him. Yeah, dude, it's great.
It looks like a great time always when you guys are together.
Friends
the man drinks.
Yeah. He be out drinking football players, UFC fighters, like just people that really just.
Oh, dude, you met Frank Yeager, right?
Nah, that's tonight actually.
What?
To be honest, but I got a DJ.
Ah.
Yeah, that's tonight. But that's his man's.
That's one of my favorite fighters, no cap, right there. That's fucking insane. He is a Jersey boy. So.
Yeah, they doing it tonight. They're like covering the fight live. I don't know sports.
Oh yeah, there is a fight tonight.
I don't know sports, so like I don't know. Usually when I go, I'm just there cracking jokes, fucking around, DJing. But yeah, he does a lot of marketing and networking with these guys, and he actually hosts fights. There's a whole I don't know. I can't speak on it, so I don't know shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't know nothing about.
Let's talk about all these beautiful brunches that you have coming up all the time, man. You have all these brunches. I've actually been to one. I've been to a Bad Bunny brunch. Bad Bunny brunch.
The brunch thing, I mean, for the last 3 years, I've been putting an effort to make it a thing.
Yeah.
A lot of my clients, friends, family, they always go to New York, New Jersey for this type of environment and this type of turn up. So I'm just finally glad that I found stability in venues that not only believe in it, but see the vision. You understand? And let me kind of use a space and provide these lit-ass parties because where we live at, it's nothing but pubs and taverns and bars and grills and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you
don't see a lot
you want to wear
floors.
some fly shit, you want to go out, you want to have a good time, you want to put on that expensive cologne, or if you're a female, you want to do that nice makeup, wear those nice shoes, wear that nice fit. But where you going to go, to a bar? You understand? So, dude, I love it. Last year I kicked it off with the winery, Derailed, and Merengue, and Farmhouse. So, I just love that I had that support from the community, those businesses. And yeah, man, just keeping it going. Every month we do a brunch. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it
it's
because I feel
beautiful.
like I need it, and I feel like a lot of people need it too. You know, like we
It's
all
very
want that
leisure.
one turn up. Yeah, it's grown, it's sexy. We have a good time, and you ain't got to drive to New York or New Jersey. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm working on doing a bottomless one, but I just have to work out the logistics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, where for example you would just pay one price.
Yeah.
You eat and drink until you get tired.
Yeah, that'd be
So
insane. That'd
Yeah,
be a fucking brunch.
yeah,
That'd be-
yeah. So right now I'm working with other venues and yeah, dude, it's lovely. It's
Your
lovely.
brunches are great, man. I went to one. I went to the Bad Bunny brunch,
Yeah, that
and
was
I
lit.
had a blast.
That was
I had a really great blast, dude. It's funny because you posted the photos, and the one photo I have a Miller in my hand, and I'm like happy as shit, right? And I'm not gone yet. I'm not gone yet. I know I'm not gone yet because I can see myself. I look good. And then there's another photo of me in a sign, and then with you and two other females. And I'm chinky as funk, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was fucked up at that point.
Yeah, because it's what I like about that venue is BYOB. So in Merengue, obviously I'm Dominican. They're Dominican, but it really in DR we call it marquesina, patio. It's kind of like in America you have a deck or a porch.
Okay.
You know, in DR you kind of have like that outside area that we were at. So it just feels like you're in Dominican Republic. The decor, the vibe, the smells. You know what I mean? Like, and when by smells I mean like the food, the cooking. You know what I mean?
Good food.
Yeah, son, it's such a vibe, yo. And Bad Bunny was trending crazy.
Yeah.
So it was just something that I was like, yo, let's do that. And Fabio, he's always helps me out with ideas, and he's also big and I mean he's always on it. Like
I gotta get him here.
I can't keep on. Yeah, word. I gotta. Yeah,
100%.
he's a mastermind.
He's great.
But he's a very forward thinker is the word I'm looking for. He's always, and he told me the idea, and like 2 months later, I'm like, all right, let's do it. Like it takes me a while to like. He's always telling me shit. He's like, I told you. I'm like, but yeah, that Bad Bunny brunch was lit.
It was a great time. I loved it.
It was lit, man. Thank you for everybody that comes to the brunches, man, and continue to come. It's a great time.
Yeah, man. You and I, we're almost done here. We're just gonna chat it up, man, because that's what we do. We talk all the time. We talk more often than not on Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
We're hilarious. We're great guys. We're funny as shit.
Right.
I'm doing stand up comedy December 23rd. This video will not be out, but I will be recording this
Hey,
comedy.
that Friday, check them out.
Yeah, check me out. We're gonna do it.
Where's it at? Where's it gonna be at?
It's gonna be at Self Privilege Essentials over there in Carriage Square.
So Carriage Square, self-present.
Self Privilege Essentials.
Okay, and what city is this in?
Tobyhanna.
Okay, so Toby Hanna.
Bro, you know the Family Dollar Carriage Square?
Okay,
Tobyhanna.
Bono's Pizza.
Yeah, it's right next to Pocono Farms, but it's not
Pocono
Bono's. It's not
Farms?
Bono's. Yeah, Pocono Farms. All right.
Pocono.
Yeah.
Oh, the community.
Yeah.
I'm like Pocono
Yeah,
Farms. What
Pocono
fucking
Farms.
farm is in the?
Bro, there's a Carriage Square. There's right in there. Nonetheless,
Yes, I know exactly. There was a pizza spot in
There is a pizza
There was
shop
a guy
in
with that you interviewed too. That the smoke shop in there.
Yeah,
Or the
Trip.
tattoo
Yeah,
shop.
Trip.
Or whatever.
Yeah, Trip.
Yeah,
The store next door is Self Privilege Essentials.
Copy.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing a venue over there. I'm gonna be doing stand-up comedy, and I'm very excited to do it.
I can't wait to hear that. So
I
that's gonna
think-
be great.
I think I'm a killer. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna do. I think I'm
What
do a
time
great
is it
job.
at?
So it should be starting around like 7 I believe it's all.
Okay.
But I probably am gonna be one of the first acts because he wants to get the comedy out the way, and I'm like, all right.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah. So what type of event? What else are they having there? What?
It's gonna be poetry as well. It's gonna be a big networking pool.
Copy,
It's gonna be. It's
copy.
literally a big networking pool. We're
See,
gonna have
see,
artists
see.
of all types. Comedians, poets, artists. But all. It's gonna be a.
That's
full
how I
lineup.
got started with events with Nation of Creators, just having different platforms, formats of art, expressions,
And that's how
That's so
I'm
dope.
gonna that whole comedian session will be a networking party, and I'm gonna meet a lot of people, and we're gonna
That's gonna be
basically
awesome.
book into February at that point.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
kill
that's
it, man.
awesome.
We're gonna kill it. This is nice. Look at this shit.
Holding the mic like a cigar, bro.
Right? What's but one thing I wanted to comment about was you and I. There's this trend going on recently right now. It's December 10th. We're recording this. You're gonna see this in January though. Nonetheless, the trend is really stupid, and hopefully it dies out. The AI trend,
Yo, man.
the animated.
Did you get your face drawn like a fucking cartoon and share it with everybody and said, "This is so cool, dude"? I fell for it. This is great.
This is awesome. You didn't see that trend, Michael? Go ahead, tap yourself in. You got to plug it. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, no, the A1, the AI, nah. I seen like people doing it, but I just don't focus on it. I think it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, just it just bothers me because it's like, damn, like why shit. I hate when dumb shit gets popular. I guess it bothers me because I get mad that dumb shit becomes cool.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Listen, I'm no one to tell you what's cool and what's not. I'm not in no way a trendsetter, but come on, son, that shit looks stupid, bro.
Listen,
you know what I mean? Like
a bunch of conspiracies. My one friend made this conspiracy. He was like, "Yo, bro, like you're just like giving people your face."
yeah,
And I'm like, "Yeah."
just uploading the database, like the 10-year challenge. You know what I mean? They just upload.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a game I played, Family Feud.
Okay.
I love trivia, by the way. Trivia every Tuesday. Pull up on me, Philly Pub, Sharpsburg, PA. I'm hosting trivia. I love it.
Love it.
I fucking love trivia. I love guessing. All right, you know what? I'm gonna stop lying. I like feeling smart. Is what I'm saying. That's what I like. I don't fuck all that. I just like feeling smart.
You ever
That's
read
the-
a question and people all get it wrong? You're like, "Come on, guys, really?"
Right, yeah, come on. Y'all didn't know that? Wow. That's what I like, to be honest. So, coño, I forgot I was going to say, so I'm playing Family Feud, and every opponent is like a different face. And I'm like, where are they getting all these profile pictures from? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm taking a shit, playing Family Feud on the toilet. I'm not playing Jessica from South Carolina. Like, I just feel like they just take all those pictures and use them for shit like that.
Oh,
if
for
that
like
makes
bot.
sense.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. You're using those as bot faces. Yeah.
Right, right. It's supposed to be a bot face, correct? I'm playing. Supposed to be like I'm playing a live opponent, but really I'm not.
You're playing Jessica, but you're actually just playing an AI.
Right, I'm playing the AI, but that face I'm sure was taken from when they do the app. If that, I don't know shit about science, but I'm just it's funny to think that like.
Yeah, that's a weird trend. I think it's gonna die out. And what's funny is when I first saw it, I mentioned it to you. I was like, "Yo, like, that's cool," because I like the first one. I like the first one, and I like the second one because the two people who posted it were they know each other really well. And I'm like, "No, I feel like they're capable of creating something like this, right?" So I was like, "Yo, this is fire." So I clicked it, gave him a heart, right? And then I saw like 5 more, and I'm like, "Wait," I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Listen, I
is this?
can't talk shit. My logo's been an animated face of me,
Yeah.
for like 6-7 years. So I can't, yes, I know it looks cool to make yourself animated. I know that. But god damn.
You know what it is? I think people are. Go ahead, Michael.
It's kind of scary too when people like they type in something and like the AI creates something like pretty crazy looking. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. So
And
Exactly.
I don't know how it works, but yeah, it does. It's like all randomized, I guess, if you will, right?
Yeah, it's like a program that just like uses a bunch of like data to make something.
That's crazy.
And they're doing that with they got like robots to make screenwriting too for movies.
That's crazy.
But the only thing bad about these movies, there's no emotion in it because it's a robot. You know what I mean?
Facts.
'Cause they got no soul. Like,
Yeah, they did that. They took clips of Steve Jobs' voice, right, from all the shit that's been recorded. Voices of Joe Rogan, and they formulated a Joe Rogan interviewing Steve Jobs.
That's
all
fucking
AI.
crazy. That's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
No, that's
I mean, you can't see it, obviously, but you can hear it because it's all through the voice of them.
that's something that I've seen happen a lot. As far as like I remember hearing on the radio, they were talking about like they are going to be able to grab grandma's voice who passed away, and they could put her in a card, or I think it was a program that is like it will call at like 7 o'clock every time. It was for kids, right? For kids who lost parents or some shit. That like 8 o'clock. The parent would call, say something to you, but it'd be something different every time. And I'm like, damn, that's fucked. Because, as they're trying to do something to enlighten the kid, for not, for losing someone, it could be used to do just something like as bad. I could pretend to be Barack Obama talking on my podcast. I could pretend like he's here.
Yo, you just gave me a good idea, son, for weddings and just taking their vows and making like little cute recordings so they can remind each other of their fucking vows. I'm thinking out loud. But
Yeah, no, this is
because
great.
I've seen businesses where they take your flowers from wedding. Yo, wedding is big money, son. I'm just, it blows my mind, and I'm like at the bottom, like, and what I mean by at the bottom is like my demographic, my area, I mean, there's weddings in the $500,000, $1 million, like all these pages I follow. But anyways, the point that I'm saying is there's always money to be made, and I've seen. I met this lady at a wedding expo in Allentown, and they'll take the flowers from the wedding day, dry them out, and then frame them so you have it like forever.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like that voice shit. Fuck it, I'm gonna take their voice.
Do it.
When they do their vows, and then here's a cute memory for you. I don't know.
That'd be beautiful. It would make it more sentimental for them.
Yeah,
But
I gotta
hey,
think of something.
we're at the 5-minute marker here at DJQ. You know,
All right,
Brian,
man.
Yeah, we're gonna start wrapping things up. You know, this is where I let you have the floor. You know, feel free to shout out anything, any partnerships that you have coming up, any brunches that we could be looking forward to. Like I said, your episode will be dropping in January, so keep that in mind. You know, people follow you on social media, whatever you want to do. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you first and foremost to you. I love that consistency. You know what I mean? It is what comes to mind when I think of you. I love that you always find ways to make things work. I love that you always find solutions to things, like zip tying fucking TV to the wall.
Thank you.
But yeah, dude, it definitely is an honor to come on the show. I just love that you're doing this, you know, and because I know it brings you happiness. I know that you're doing what you truly do, and we've worked together in the past, and I've seen you genuinely help people. I've seen you go out the way to help others. So I know that this podcast and this platform comes from that place. So it's so, I love seeing it. I love seeing it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Secondly, my beautiful girlfriend, she's doing very well with her event decor company, and this has been helping me out. You know what I mean? Because it's like we kind of lean on each other. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like help support each other. And you know, my boy again, Fabio, man, I Love You Productions. He's another animal. You ever seen that video of the white kid where he's talking about his teammates, and he goes, John Dog. Bruce Dog. You never seen that one? Oh my God. It's like this high school kid being interviewed, but that's how I feel right now. Fabio Dog. DJ Suave Dog. Lewis from LAR Productions Dog, you know? But yeah, man, I appreciate you having me. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, listened, supported, followed. Definitely, you know, we're grateful. I hope you enjoyed it, got something out of this. Hope we sparked some idea or whatever the fuck. Or maybe it was just entertainment while you shower. I don't know. But thank you for being here with us. And yeah, man, shout out to, what is it, Tommy Willigan? Tommy, what is it?
Thomas Lawyer.
Tommy Lawyer. Thomas Lawyer.
Thompson
Okay,
Lawyer. Thompson Lawyer. I'm so sorry, Michael.
All right, he just exposed you. But anyways, Thompson Lawyer, you know, it's a pleasure to have you here as well, and definitely, you know, making this thing come to life. So, yeah, man, I'll let you close us out.
All right. Hey, DJ Q, thank you for coming back. Thank you for all your kind words and for being a return guest. You know, it was a great time. And, you know, it's been a pleasure, as always. You know, Middleman Podcast coming in strong. And make sure you guys stick around for some tea time. This is Kmart with 2 T's, 3, 2, 1, under the sun, got no gun, no need to run. I don't know. I think that's my new.
Shit. Okay. He just found his.
I've said that before, and I don't know. It's kind of natural now. So I guess that's what I'm going to do when I sign out. Peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.